welcome to this edition of Diaspora Central Spotlight. With us today, we have a young lady. This is a trailblazer. She's definitely not afraid of pushing the envelope and definitely not afraid of being different. She knows that in her heart, if she's not pure to that feeling of being her, nothing else matters. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Diaspora Central Spotlight, Miss Kanga. Jamba. Kanga, welcome to Diaspora Central.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a chill day. I've been trying to work as much every day. Yeah.
No, that's pretty great. That's pretty great. You're doing a lot of great things, and we definitely seeing a lot of great things. You got a couple of new videos out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, one of the cool things I always like to start by actually connecting the heritage of people. Now, you are first generation immigrant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and your parents. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, both my parents were born in Angola and had to run away during the war. And my mom came to America as a refugee, and my dad went to London for a little bit, and then eventually made his way to America. But yeah, they both lived in Angola in Africa.
All right, so you definitely representing the immigrant community.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. No, definitely. And you can actually mention your parents' names because your dad has actually come to America, and then after the war was over, he went back to Angola, to Africa, right?
Yes.
So tell our audience, who is your father?
My dad, he's Soza Jamba, and he's a journalist and author. He writes. Right now he's working out in Angola. Yeah. He's one of my biggest inspirations too. I enjoy seeing, the journey he had throughout his life and the strength that he holds throughout all of it. He's a very strong man.
Indeed. And your mom also is definitely another force of nature.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about her.
Yes, my mom, she's definitely been very, very involved and a very creative person as well. She's an artist. She teaches school for middle schoolers, and she's definitely just been an adventure.
Right. Yeah. So the daughter of actually two creatives, because journalists sometimes they tend to be creatives also. Do you think that may have influenced you a little bit?
Yes, definitely. Like throughout my childhood, both my parents put me in the arts in like first grade, and I was constantly surrounded by it. I never knew what my dad was doing at first, but I just knew he was always on the computer, just always writing. And I'm just like, what? You're so busy, you're traveling, like what? You get to see the world. And one of my biggest dreams is to be able to travel and see everything and see the world. So I definitely, like, even if it's subconsciously, just always was watching and just aware, like, wow, like, this is cool. I can do something big. I can do something a lot bigger,
Definitely. So at what age did you realize that you had a little bit of music in you?
Honestly, my dad always told me that once I started walking, I was dancing. I was always just like moving my body. And then once I started dancing in first grade, I knew that I had a really strong connection to music. It touched my soul like nothing else. It really grounded me to the reality. And it was something that honestly saved me. It was one of those things that was just like, wow, nothing else makes me feel this way but music. This is so spiritual, this is so powerful. Like I fell in love.
There you go. Now when you started getting into music, was it dancing initially, or you went straight for singing and performing?
It started with dancing. It did. And then I didn't start getting into singing until high school. I went to a school of the arts in middle school, and I was in dance all 3 years. I choreographed a dance my 8th grade year. And then high school, I wanted to get into theater, musical
Right.
theater, singing, acting, and dancing. So I did a couple classes and I took vocal lessons and all of that. And then that's when I really was like, okay, like I started getting more confident in my
Right.
voice, and I was like, okay, I could do something. I
Yeah.
can make some music.
Now,
Like,
now, wait a second. You mentioned something very important here, because on the eighth grade, you basically what, 14, 13 years old, and
yes,
you were already choreographing.
yes, I had a
Yeah. So
choreography
you were pretty.
class
So
in
you,
eighth grade.
yeah. So you're pretty good then.
Thank you, thank
Yeah.
you. I really want to find the
Mm-hmm.
video of that piece. That was
Yeah.
a very emotional piece that it means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I started. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that in first grade as well,
Right.
my dad put all of us, me and my siblings,
Mm-hmm.
into music lessons. We started learning piano and
Yeah.
guitar. There were always instruments around the house as
Right.
well. My dad, we'd go on road trips and he'd be playing music as well. So
Right.
that was also a part of my childhood. Just being around
Yeah.
it definitely influenced me.
Yeah. One thing that we all know about your father, he's a very observant person. He observes his surroundings a lot, and that's why at times his writings reflect a truth that sometimes is a bit hard to swallow for many, because he picks up details that many of us like to sometimes not even, maybe not look or probably forget, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, one of the great things about you, and when you talk about emotional pieces, is your music is very so intense, like emotionally
Yes.
intense.
It,
You like you in there when you there, right? Yeah.
yes.
Now
Yes.
you write it.
Yes, I do write all of my music.
You write all of it.
Yes.
And who does your music production?
My cousin,
Yeah.
Tiante Jones.
All right, all right. But listen, we're gonna take a very quick break because we gotta show one of your videos. Which one of your videos do you want to showcase?
I'm showcasing a little snippet of a video from, I did a collaboration of a song, Flow and 222.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's 007 Dream and 222.
Okay.
And the section I would like to show is 222, a little bit of it.
Got you. All right, so let's go into Kanga with 222
Yes.
and
yes.
007.
Yes.
All right, so we'll be right back. This is Diaspora Central with Gil Ingles.
Take a risk if you dare. See the dark side, you might get scared. Take a risk if you dare. See the dark side, you might get scared. Don't try to hide. See the light inside. Don't try to hide. See the light inside. Day and night. Might get scared. Might get scared. Take a risk if you dare. You might get scared. Take a risk if you dare. Orange hat hit me in the face with a hat. Your love stings in it.
All right, and we are back. If you have just joined us, you are now listening and watching Diaspora Central with Gil Ingles. And my guest today is this young lady. Goodness gracious, emotionally charged, intense, deep, gracious. Kanga.
Yeah, it's intense. I like to create things that are real, very
Meaningful.
real. Yes,
Yeah.
and that can connect with others on a deeper level.
Right.
And all my favorite music, it's music that like could make me cry.
Right.
It moves my soul, and I
Right.
just wanted to replicate that.
Yeah.
You know.
Stuff that gives you some sort of an emotional reaction, but you have to react.
Mm-hmm.
None of that popcorn stuff.
No, exactly. Because I just don't want to waste anyone's time.
Right.
If I'm going to put out music, if I'm going to put out art, I'm taking 5 minutes out of people's lives. I'm taking 6 minutes out of people's lives. I don't want to waste my time. I want to give them valuable things. I want to teach them something. I want to give them an experience.
Right.
You know, I definitely don't want to waste anyone's time. And time is very limited. And I think about that a lot when it comes to the things I put out and share with the world.
No, indeed. No, that is great though. Let's talk a little bit about the video. You told us that you actually wrote. You wrote and you sang it. Your cousin, what's your cousin's name? Produced it.
Fiance, yes.
Yeah, and who directed the video? Who produced and directed the video?
My friend Brandon Mosquera, actually.
Okay.
He's been doing all my videos.
Okay.
And he's an amazing director.
Yeah.
He's very talented, an amazing artist. I love working with him. We just work together. We think
Right.
outside the box,
Yeah.
and we just create beautiful things. We can definitely make the song come to life visually.
Yeah. So you definitely have a team there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the work is showing that you have a great team. Keep that team. Keep that team around you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Sure.
Keep that. Yeah, definitely keep that team around you. Now, let's go in your writings, and you know that the audience is they probably gonna beat me up if I don't ask the questions that I'm going to ask from this point on forward. One of them is, when you're writing, are you pulling from personal experience, or that's just your vibe?
I'm pulling from personal experience.
Gotcha.
I definitely, I mean, it is my vibe, but whenever I write, it's either in the midst of me going through something very emotionally intense,
Yeah.
or it's my way to cope with certain situations that are so frustrating, and I just have to put it down on a piece of paper to understand it.
Right.
It definitely comes from personal experiences.
Yeah. So pretty much almost like therapy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now
It's definitely therapy.
Yeah.
It's-
Now, does it look a lot easier to cope with once you reading it or you hearing it?
And honestly, like looking back on it and then hearing it again afterwards, and you're like, no, honestly, it's funny because it triggers me sometimes.
Yeah.
But then whenever it triggers me, I ask myself, is it triggering me because I'm not over it, because I'm still sensitive to
Right.
it, or am I triggered because like I just don't want to be reminded of my past and moving
Right.
forward? Like I don't know, but
Yeah.
sometimes there was a point where I didn't want to listen to it because I was like, no.
Right.
But maybe I need to just grow and heal from it completely. So when I listen to it, I'll just have a different mindset about it. It's still very
Yeah.
fresh. It's still very fresh.
Very fresh, but very good self-therapy though.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
indeed. Okay, now the other question that my audience always likes to know is, for someone as beautiful as you, they always want to know, is she single, and if she is she available?
Oh my gosh. What? I'm single.
Yeah.
But I don't. I mean, I'm just flowing with life.
There you go.
I'm not like really looking for anything. I really believe that, you know, love will come when it's supposed to come.
Indeed.
And I gotta focus on myself. I'm really trying to just find myself and really know who I am, because I believe that you can't really love others unless you love yourself.
Indeed.
And I'm still very young, so I just gotta focus on myself right now, find myself, love myself, so I can treat whoever comes into my life the best
way possible. Indeed. And that's important to know, because if you don't love yourself, you cannot love someone else, right?
Yeah.
And you're married to your dream, you're married to your career.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's always it's always a lot better to live our own dreams than to try to live someone else's nightmare.
Yeah. Straight up.
Uncle Gilles said that. Yeah, but no. Another thing, the importance of being exposed to culture, to art. How important is that being in your career, and I guess how important do you find that to be even for the community, as far as the healing process? And I'm asking this question from a perspective of a healed community where we live today, in which there are so many divisions and so many isms, right? In which everyone wants to separate something. So how important is it for you, that exposure, to kind of cope with the isms or the division that some of those isms cause?
Yeah, it's very important. I think that art heals in so many different ways, and just looking at the way the world is, it's definitely, I believe that I kind of want to see more change in the art scene, honestly. I there's a lot of amazing artists out here, but I feel like the main things right now, the main focus, people are very distracted. We've got a lot of these material things that people are focusing on, and we're all just kind of trying to distract ourselves from the actual problems, the truth, because no one really likes the truth. So I genuinely, like, when it comes to art, I want to surround myself with art that is real and that will help humanity, and I want to put that out as well. I definitely feel like it's so important, though, because art is just such a beautiful way to express things. It's not like you're seeing a document and having to read a page about how you can change the world or how things can get better. You're not listening to someone have this speech. You'll get bored. You can watch a music video and you can hear a song, and you know, it's just beautiful. It's just a lot more fun. Art is just, you know.
Indeed. Now, one of the things, you live in a household where your parents have come from two different African cultures. Yeah. Did you learn a little bit of each one of those?
Yeah. Honestly, the thing is, I wish my parents did teach me Portuguese.
Okay.
Because I heard them talk all the time, but I just wasn't able to pick up on it.
Okay.
But I mean, culturally, I realized that, you know, my dad used to cook a lot.
There you go.
I love the food.
Yeah. So what's your favorite dish that your dad cooks?
Oh, I loved when he used to cook the pidão with the sauce. And before I was vegetarian, like I would eat it with the sauce and the chicken and all of that. That was really good.
Gotcha. So you like the pirão, right? The pirão is the fufu, but made with maize or corn flour.
Yes. That was my favorite. Like, I loved that. And I also loved, like, the fashion, the different, like, fabrics and all these different stories my dad would tell me about, like, being out in Africa and the music. It definitely, like, the music I love. Like, it's just so powerful. Indeed.
And listen, we know that your time is very valuable, and we appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to join us. So any shout outs that you would like to give before we close the program?
Yes, I would like to give a nice shout out to my family, everybody. I love you all.
Okay.
And Brandon Mosquera, please hit him up. He's an amazing director, amazing filmmaker. He's been my best friend. Tiante Jones as well, great producer. Yeah, that's
it.
that's really it right
Yeah,
now.
and then other than that, check out Kanga on social media.
Yes,
All social networks, right?
Yes, all of them. Just Kanga Jamba. You can find it on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all of that.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So let's go. Let's go ahead and try to take in another break. So you want to showcase our second video for us?
There's this reality.
Mm-hmm.
It's on my account on Kanga Jamba. That definitely is one of my favorite ones as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to make.
Yeah. What is the title of the video?
The title of the video is This Reality.
Mm-hmm.
It's directed by Brandon Mosquera,
Okay.
and it's on Kanga Jamba.
Okay.
The channel Kanga Jamba on YouTube.
No, I don't wanna leave. Just wanna feel like I'm free. The walls are moving. I can't stop dancing to the rhythm of the beat. This reality is way too good for me. No, I just wanna leave. Had such a beautiful dream about you last night. Haven't seen that reality in a while. Finally, we're disconnected. The lingering sense of discomfort dissolved, and we suddenly felt as one. I remember staring into your eyes and seeing the universe. You're so unique. God, I don't ever want to wake up. Cast a spell on me. I'm soaring, I'm roaring, I'm going on this ride. Gotta move on with my life. Gotta stay alive. A nice try. You know I ain't stupid. Can see right through this bullshit. Playing with my heart. Made me fall apart, bitch. I'm a superstar. I'ma go real far. These life games are getting in the way. It's driving me insane. Gotta redirect my focus. Have patience with growing. Feels like I don't know shit. My reality slipping. I don't know what I'm feeling. Dreams get more vivid. Life is blending. What's real or fake? I can't take this. Take me away. You can move, you can dance, you can ride with me. Come on, girl, clap your hands. You can vibe with me. Move your body to the beat. Move to the beat. You and me. 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 Nowhere, nowhere, nowhere.
All right. So who produced that song?
Tiante Jones.
Okay,
produced it.
and you wrote that song also.
Yes.
All right.
yes.
So now, are you guys a collective? Do you guys have a collective name, or is just or everybody right now is just behind Kanga?
No, we're just working.
Kanga is the brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no official team yet.
Gotcha.
Although I would love to build a team eventually.
Yeah.
I think that would.
So eventually it will be a collective. I mean, you guys have been together for quite a while, and you're definitely doing great work together. So Kanga, thank you for taking your invitation to Diaspora Central. It's been a great showcase, and remember, yeah, hey, this is home for you. So anytime you get anything new, remember to go ahead and give us a hit, right? So that we can showcase it first. We like to be first also. Yeah.
For sure.
All right, and we appreciate your great work. All right, you stay positive, stay safe, and definitely stay healthy.
You as well. You as well.
All right, it was nice talking to you, dear. All right, take care. Cheers. And for all those of you that have joined us today, this is Kanga, also known as Kanga Jamba, and check out her next video. Until next time, peace.
I can't breathe, please. Someone help, 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 help. Someone help, 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 help. just afraid of getting out of your comfort zone. Someone please help me. I am very lonely. I cannot see within your eyes, so I must say goodbye. It's my time to cry.